All right, let me fix this screen a little bit. There we go. How do I look? How are we doing today? Okay, so I'm going to pause for a second to get to a lot of people to go, oh, Scott's online. What's he got for us today? That's the question. What has Scott got for us today? How am I going to entertain you in the middle of the afternoon? It's 1:24 here in on the West Coast. And so it's got to be what, 3:30 in the middle of the day for you guys working on the West Coast. So I'm going to allow you guys just like literally those who are just coming on, just give me let's give it 60 seconds or so before. I know people are going to go, oh, it's Gary. Let me tell you something. Gary Howard Jr. is a multi Sterling Scott owner, and I actually, and this is for the record. I have developed a new waistcoat for men. See, now I know he's smiling. I've developed a new waistcoat for men, and we kind of ran into a snag with design and hey, Rocky, and we ran into a small design. No, money. It's all about money, right? So yeah. So I just got to pull funds from here to there because. Do you hear the plane? Maybe you guys don't mind. So, yeah. Long story short, Gary is going to get one of the first Sterling Scott waistcoats, and yeah, yeah. So Gary's going to get one because Gary bought one, and I need to get it to him. But I have one, but the problem is when I made it, I thought, okay, it fits me, and I'm 6'2", and what am I weighing right now? Like, I'm a little, yeah, I need to lose a few pounds. But typically I'm around, if my fighting weight is, I'm good at 200. If I'm 195, boy, I'm scrapping. So, but I mean, at the time I was like 210, right? And I made the vest. I'm like, I use me as the model. So anything you get is probably fit to this. But with the Sterling Scott waistcoat, it doesn't matter because if it's too big, the way I designed it, it can be worn from different size people. So I had it made. Right, it's sitting right over there. Okay, sitting right over there. I had it made, and my guys, the guy who is a master seams dude, right? Seams mister, right? A male seamstress. So he's a master at it, right? So I taught myself how to sew. I can sew ties, right? That's what I do. Sterling Scott ties. So I can do ties. I can do things that out of my head. In fact, real quick note. Pause on the waistcoat thing. A real quick note, when I design a Sterling Scott, there is no pattern, right? There's no pattern. It's up here. So I know what the measurements are, and I measure out, and I cut, and I sew, and it's all up here. I've been doing it for long enough. So, yeah. And then when I have my girls, and I'm not meaning that in a demeaning way, so, piss off. My girls, when they sew the green labels, everything's pre-cut, and they know also. So there's no pattern. They just know because when you cut it, then they know where to sew, and there's like notches, and they know exactly what to do because of what's on the fabric. But when I create a Sterling Scott, there is no pattern. Like literally, it's all up here. Now, there's a pattern, but there's no pattern. Anyway, back to the waistcoat. So the waistcoat I had made, right? I'm all excited about it, and Gary jumped on it, right? Gary's like, I'll take it. I'm like, how much? He goes, okay, right? So it's great. So the waistcoat is there, and it didn't fit me. You ever seen that scene in Tommy Boy where he goes, fat man in a little coat, right? Chris Farley. That's how I felt in the vest. But I put it on one of my guys, and my guys are, let me just say that if Trump ever does a house cleaning on immigrants, my guys will probably be sleeping under yeah. Let's just put it that way. So my guys are kind of small. They're smaller individuals. Okay. Like the tallest dude there is my former girlfriend was what was she? She's 5 foot on a good day, right? So these guys are probably 5'3", 5'4". Like the tall one, the one that rules the roost. Right? I think he's 5'5", 4, right? So fits him great. But to fit, a Midwest guy and a big stocky, like a man's man like Gary Howard, it's not going to happen. So now I got to go back and um, I got to get patterns made because I don't make patterns either. I was like, this is what I want. I brought it in and I brought in different vests and I cut these vests up and I, pin shit together. And I'm like, this is what I want. Make the pattern. And patterns aren't cheap. And then you got to redo the pattern. It's just a lot of time and effort. So in fact, I'm pretty sure I've been promising Gary and many others who want a waistcoat because they are kick ass. Nobody makes a waist like this one is a vest, and that one's a vest, and this is a vest. And there's a difference between a waistcoat and a vest. And the waistcoats that you see online, and they're fine, but they're not made for men. Let me say this again. The waistcoats are not made for us. Okay, they're not made practical. And although I may wear, like the jacket I'm wearing now is an Oscar de la Renta, name drop, right? So, I may wear designer. And the shirt, off the rack, right? In fact, I think the shirt was Goodwill. I gotta be honest. That's how cool the Sterling Scott is. You can take a Oscar de la Renta jacket and a Goodwill shirt, and I don't even know where I got this vest. And the Sterling Scott makes you look like a king, all right? And I know that Gary will comment and say, yes, it does. Like when you wear your Sterling Scott, Gary, how do you feel? And what is your reaction? But anyways, the waistcoat is it's not made for men until now. I've said this. Although I wear all this, I'm also a redneck. Believe it or not, my Texan, my Southern drawl comes out very thick when I'm around. When I'm back home, like I have a place in the Southwest. When I'm home, my accent is extremely thick, and I just fall back into it. And point? The point is, I'm about functionality. Okay. I'm about. Well, where the hell are my tools? A Leatherman. Yes, it's sitting right here, right? I'm in front of tens of thousands of dollars worth of computers. I'm wearing a $200 tie, and I got a Leatherman sitting here, right? But a Leatherman, right? I love a Leatherman. This Leatherman, which I don't know where I think it's on my desk. But my Leatherman, here it is. No, this is a cheap one. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Stanley? Really? Piece of shit. A Leatherman. I've been carrying around the same Leatherman for 15 years, and that Leatherman literally, yes, I will tie them together. That Leatherman will literally, I've been carrying 15 years. I've built an office with it. When I had office, I had to go in and I took a Leatherman. That's it. Put in lights, screws, use the other side as a hammer, right? Pull shit, strip wires. I love a Leatherman, and that is what a Sterling Scott is. Okay, a Sterling Scott is very versatile. I could take this and I could turn it around, I could turn it around, and now it's this tie, and it's multi, and I could use it as an ascot. And what I'm going to reveal tomorrow, we have a caller. We have a caller, folks. Let's see who's on the line. Scott Connor Show, you're live on Facebook. Who's this calling in? Gabriel, I'm glad you're on. Gabriel, I am live on Facebook right now. Hey, everybody. Also, I want to announce that tomorrow night, right, Gabriel?
Yes.
Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a hootenanny. I'm performing, and no, it's not comedy, and no, it's not being a talk show host. I'm actually performing with my harmonica with two very disco guys, Charlie and Gabriel, and it's just a hootenanny, right? Right, Gabriel?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And we're gonna.
I gotta go. Call me when I'm not on Facebook.
I will. I'll call you right back. All right, buddy. Okay, so that's also what I wanted to announce. Listen, if you're going to be in the Hollywood area tomorrow night, and you want to come out and see me perform, right? And no, I'm not stripping. Those days are not that I couldn't strip. And no, I'm not doing comedy, which typically, if I say I'm performing, I'm doing comedy or I'm doing, hosting something. No, I'm playing. And I'm actually performing, I'm doing music, right? Go figure. But, okay, shit, back to the story. Okay, What do I do, guys? Do I stick with the music okay, music? Real quick, if you're in the LA area tomorrow night, go to Bar 20 on Sunset. Okay, Bar 20 on Sunset, which is 8462 West Sunset Boulevard. All right, let me say this again: 8462 West Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California, West Hollywood, California 90069. And I will be at Bar 20. When are we playing? We're playing we're playing from 9 to midnight. Oh yeah. All right. And it's a hootenanny. Like, hey, we might be in tune a little bit, might not, but having fun is the important part. Come on out and have fun. Get liquored up. Don't drive, but get liquored up. And if you're hot, slip me a phone number. Because who doesn't want a hot harmonica playing dude, right? So, and I'll get back to the vest. Let me just wrap this up. On the harmonica thing, how that happened is I don't go anywhere without my harp. Okay, it's not a harmonica, it really is. It's a blues harp or juice harp. And I always have it in my pocket, right? Angelique, how are you? I always have my harmonica in my pocket. So people are like, why do you carry your harmonica with you? I'm like, you never know. And if you go on my YouTube channel or if you go on Facebook, and I'll post some things today to tell you where to come out tomorrow night if you want to just come out and have a fun. And it's really fun. And it's actually kind of good. So I tend to whip it out. And if somebody's playing guitar or they're doing a gig, somehow I will manage to say, hey, can I jump in? The average person that's playing that has a gig, they don't know who I am, or if they don't know who I am, they're like, and everyone's hesitant going, what if he sucks? He's like, right? I can't even play the sucky. That was me trying to play it sucky. But I jumped up there like 2-3 weeks ago, and there's some video, I'll post it later today. And I just jumped up there. We'd never met, never played together before, and it just clicked, and we had a great time. I did one song, I was like, thanks. He goes, no, where are you going? Come on back up. What else do you want to play? And I'm like, shit, throw it out there. Let's go, Do you know this song? And they picked a song. I had no clue what it was. Like, I have never heard this song. And I love music, but I've never heard this song. And I'm thinking, I'm sitting here going, and when I don't know a song, what I will do if you watch me play is I'll turn around to the guitar player or the person playing guitar, and I watch their hands. And I've never taken a music lesson in my life. Never. I'm self-taught. I'm self-taught how to sew. I'm self-taught how to paint. Self-taught how to play the harmonica, piano, hammer dulcimer. So once I get it, I get it. I got one of those hoverboard things, right? I was like, ah! Right? Like a day later, I'm zipping around town on the what are they called? I don't know, hoverboards with the 2 wheels. It's crazy. Anyway, so tomorrow night, one more time, tomorrow night, and I will post it on Facebook. Tomorrow night, Bar 20 on Sunset Boulevard from 9 o'clock till midnight. And it's at 8462 West Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood, West Hollywood, California, 90069. All right. So, and then you come out and we'll see. All right, back to the vest. Finish the story about the vest, you say. All right, here we go. So the waistcoat I put on, and I look like Batman in a little coat. And so now we just have to, it's just a matter of time, and resources. And again, I'm saying this as a matter of record. Gary Howard Jr. is getting one of the first ones. Like, I promised the first, which is kind of, the price the guy agreed to pay for the first one, I couldn't turn down. So I'm like, okay. So, yeah, it's like having the first Sterling Scott. He understands it's an investment. What's wrong with that? Great. So, yeah. So the waistcoat. So the waistcoat, we also have Sterling Scott owners who have messaged me going, I will buy one. Just show me. Because we know that you'll design something kick-ass and cool. And it is. As Gary knows, I've shown Gary via video, it is kick-ass, and it's made for men. And I mean it's made for men because it fits men, okay? Guys like women, bizarrely enough, designers for men don't build for men because men are cavemen and they just don't, right? But men come, obviously, I'm stating the obvious, but they come in different sizes, right? So they come in different sizes. Some are barrel chested, some don't have a chest, some have a belly, some have, some men have, which is not spoke about a lot, but they have a rib cage that kind of goes out. And there's a medical technical term for that, but it happens often. So, and when you get a vest or a waistcoat, they have that little. I think this one has it. Well, you see this? No, so. But they have a little, just a little, strip of fabric in the back with some kind of hooky thing. There we go. Is that good? Yeah. It's a set, people. So, yeah. And what the fuck is that for? I shouldn't say that. But what is it for? Who's that for? Well, it cinches it up. All right, yeah. Okay. At the waist, then you have these big gaps here and it just doesn't fit. All right? And to go get it tailored, it's going to cost you, on the cheap side, $35 or something like that. And if you get a vest, you're picking, usually the typical guy's going to go pick up a vest for $9 or $10, which looks like it's a cheap piece of shit. So you get what you pay for, right? But then the vest it's not a waistcoat. And a waistcoat, my waistcoat has actually a lapel. And it's made for men, so it will fit men, all right? And it also is functional. And this goes back to me being a redneck. It goes back to me being, I don't want to say cowboy, but, a redneck. So, and I want it to be functional, right? That's like the Leatherman. The Leatherman has a screwdriver and and I use it all the time. So the waistcoat that is coming, that Gary Howard Jr. already owns, just doesn't know what he owns, but he owns, and also a matching shawl for his wife. So he, yes, I don't do shawls. Don't ask. Hey, Jason, what's up? I don't do shawls. Don't ask. I did it for Gary because Gary owns Gary, how many Sterling Scotts do you own? Like, it's some crazy number, like 16, 18? I don't know. Just pop it up there, Gary. How many? Just tell me. Tell the audience how many Sterling Scotts do you own? That's why he gets a little bit more attention from me. I have a few owners that own 18. In fact, another thing, I got announcements, by the way. So the waistcoat is functional, and in the waistcoat, again, it will fit all types of men. 16-ish. There we go. He owns 16 Sterling Scotts. So this man is invested. So yeah, if he wants something for his wife, then oh shit, am I giving that away, Gary? I shouldn't be saying that. I think that was a surprise. Whatever. All right, now it's not. So so if he does, but I'm all over the place. Waistcoat is functional, and it's got a thing for a cell phone. It's got a thing for head jacks. It's also made so it's concealing. All right, because when I'm on this is going to sound douchey of me to say, but it's true. When I'm on the red carpet, okay, when I'm out being, right, I don't carry a wallet. I don't usually carry a wallet anyway. I really don't. I just don't, a big bulky thing in the pocket of your ass. It's just like, really? So, and as a therapist, you can Google that. I really am a licensed therapist. As a therapist, it's really bad to be sitting on a big fat wallet 8 hours a day at work. That's just dumb. It'll mess up your back. It will throw you out, right? It's like a small alignment. You don't fix it first, or a small cavity. You don't fix it first. It just screws you up. Vest. So it's made to be multifunctional, and it has some secret stuff about it. I love secrets. I love things that are hidden. I have a pair of shoes. Okay. I do have a pair of shoes that has a hidden pocket in it. I think it was originally made for a pot. It was a pot, but it was hidden. It's hidden in the shoe. I'm like, this is cool, right? So I dig, that's why I hide things in our artwork, logos. Now it's a contest. I hide things all the time because I just think it's fun. It's cool. Where's Waldo? I have an acquaintance. I have an acquaintance who's a comedian who used to go around the country and he'd hide drugs. I shit you not. This crazy bastard would and state that pot wasn't legal, so he would take edibles, like pot strips and stuff like that, and he'd go to a new city, and he would do comedy, right? And then he would tweet out like a treasure map, like he would give hints where the pot was. He did this for a while, and he got busted, so he stopped doing it. But he's like, and the cops would bust him like, "Are you getting paid for this?" He goes, "No." He goes, "So you're not dealing?" He goes, "No, I'm just giving it away." He goes, "Why would you give drugs away?" I think it's fun. I'm in Minnesota. It's there's the weed up there is basically rag, and so I'm hiding pot strips in retail stores in the underwear bin. Right, and then he tweets out like I guess he put on like some kind of automatic tweeter, like the messenger. So it would tweet out clues, if you go to I don't know, if you see a mall cop today, that would be good. So then people would rush to the mall, right? Anyway, so I have things that are hidden in Sterling Scott's, and the thing about the Sterling Scott creation, the tie, is obviously its hidden value, which each owner can exploit and cash in on, is that it is many things at once, and you can wear it so many different ways. So, all right, 2 announcements, and I guess I will also make a video to this. Of course, announcement number 1 is if you want to come out and actually meet me, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad. I've always been nervous as a public. God, this sounds so douchey. As a person in the public eye, right? Radio, television, film, meet and greets. I'm always like, and because California is so like fucked up on their gun laws, I can't, big difference when I was in Texas and New Mexico and Arizona. Anyway, the rumors are true about me and a gun in the radio station. That is a true rumor. Anyway, if you watch talk radio, all right, the movie Talk Radio that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, all right, that's based on a true event. There was a talk show host, and he was in Denver, if I remember correctly, and he was one of those. He was before Howard Stern, and he was one of those guys that riled shit up. Like he was kind of basically a hate speech guy, but he was Jewish. And I should just Google it, but I can't chew gum and walk at the same time, so I can't sit here and go. So he and then he had people that called him up and used to threaten him, and he would feed on that like an overnight guy. And one night, as he's walking after he did his show, he was walking out to his car, and somebody walked up and shot him in the head. So so the rumors of me carrying a gun while I was a talk show host on the radio on my person at all times was absolutely true. I had a gun with me at all times. Oh yeah, I don't mess around. Like, you can, no. I'm the kind of guy like you can die on your knees begging, or you can die standing up saying fuck you. And I'm like, I'll take the other one. Take choice B. So anyway, so with that in mind, I will be out tomorrow night. I will be performing music tomorrow night at Bar 20 on Sunset Boulevard. And the name of the place is Bar 20 on Sunset. And it's at 8462 West Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood, California, 90069. Again, that's where I'll be, and I'll post that on Facebook. Not Twitter, because the Sterling Scott thing is just Sterling Scott, and I try to keep the personal stuff out. So on Facebook. Next, again today, at some point before midnight today, I will be releasing the Father's Day collection of Sterling Scott's. Okay, and no, those aren't it. These are it, like right here. Okay, so did you get it? Beep. So, one more time. Okay. Beep. So I'll be releasing those today, and those who are owners, check your inbox because you will be getting a shout out from the First Look Club. So you'll be able to get these at wholesale. Yeah, pretty damn cool. What else? Next announcement. I actually have paper for announcements, right? I don't do the Palm Pilot. Do they even make Palm Pilots anymore? So next on the list is the Hero program. Okay, so here's the deal. I wasn't going to announce this in detail today, but screw it. Let's do it. So here's the deal. I really should be prepared for this. Okay, here's the deal. So, okay, here's the announcement. The announcement is next week I'll be announcing it in detail what it really means. But in the Reader's Digest version, what it is I am doing a thing called the Hero program, and I'm probably going to be calling it. And the first person who's the recipient of the Hero program is a person I believe to be a true hero in what my definition of hero is, and that is Cody Pines. You can Google Cody Pines. In short, Cody Pines, a little over a year ago, if my memory serves, he was in high school, and there was a blind kid that was being some fucking dick asshole prick was beating the shit out of a blind kid. Okay. And sorry guys. Kirk, hold off. Okay, buddy. So so he was this literally this worm of an individual was beating a blind kid. A blind kid. Who does that? Like, who does that? Who beats on a blind kid? Like, maybe another blind kid and two blind kids going at it? Well, shit, I'll buy a ticket to that. All right? So I'll buy a ticket to that. That I have no problems with. Two blind kids beating it out, fine. If that's what they want to do, okay. But to go up to somebody who can't see and start beating the shit out of them is basically just a fucking asshole, right? And what's equally worse were the little pricks standing around with their cameras and cell phones recording it. Okay? So you got the prick kid beating a blind kid. And then you have the other prick kids not helping, not stopping, not doing an intervention, like let's hold hands and talk about our feelings. No. What does this kid do? What do the other kids do? They get out their cell phones. Shit, I need props. Oh, I have two cell phones. They get out their cell phones and start recording the prick beating the blind kid. So in my mind, every single one of those kids that was standing around, not helping out, not stopping this atrocity, deserve a smack. Like, seriously. Like, if their parents didn't give them a smack when they got home, like, hey, you were there? Yes. You didn't stop it? No. And yes, I believe that. Kids need a smack. Standing around recording some kid beating up a blind kid. Really? Wow. Anyway, get me started on that rant. Anyway, bring it down. Anyway, a kid named Cody Pines stepped up, and he's a big burly kid, right? I haven't met him in person yet. We're going to schedule that, but he's a sizable kid, right? And he comes up, and from the video, I think he left-handed him, but punched just literally clocked from my day. Clocked. That's a good word. Clocked the bully and put him down in one punch. Like, clocked this prick. And the kid went down, and then Cody, you have to watch the video. You can YouTube it. Cody Pines. The kid, Cody takes the blind kid and gets him out of there, right? And then all the other kids that have the cell phone, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? And why are you hitting them? Like, I heard this. And Cody's like, what? He's beating a blind kid. And everybody's got these kids standing around with their cell phones are jumping all over, Cody for defending a blind kid. Okay? And so then Cody comes back and hovers over the bully and said, what's wrong with you? You're beating a blind kid. And then that was the end of it, right? And then it made the press and so on and so forth. Now, let me do a little side note on this. Cody Pines is a better man than me in the aspect. No, I would do the exact same thing. In fact, I have done it. If any of you who know me, have known me for a while, who know my full name, without Googling, yes, it's the Owl Mug. It makes you go hoot because you want to know what's in here. Yeah, it's totally refreshing. So so Cody Pines is a better man than me, and let me explain to you why. Let me finish my sentence. If any of you, those of you who know me and know my full name, and without Googling it, know my character and they know my sand and they know that I've done that before. I've jumped in the middle of stuff. I'm not patting myself in the back. It's just that is what I would do, and I have done, and I will do. But what makes Cody a better man than me is he stopped with one punch. Okay, watch the video. He stopped with one punch. Okay, Cody Pines stopped. I'm gonna say it again. He put the kid down. He got the blind kid out of harm's way, and then he came back in. He hovered over the guy because all the kids were like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "You're beating a blind kid," And he didn't pummel that little prick. Okay, if it were me, the self-control to stop with one punch, no. The anger that if I had seen that video in my 20s, I probably would have tracked down that bully and beat the fuck out of him. Okay, I'm a little bit more seasoned and a little bit more restrained, but that angered me so much that somebody would be so callous to I'm going to get emotional to do that. Anyway, so I reached out and I tried to reach out when it first happened. I thought, well, no, and it became a national news thing. And unbeknownst to me, until I spoke with Cody's mother, who is a lovely woman and a funky artist, by the way. And before I didn't know that Cody was actually on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil was saying, yeah, you're as brave as a bobcat and a horse. I don't know what he said, but that media whore, Dr. Phil. What? Anyway, watch. Someday I'll be on Dr. Phil going, I'm sorry I called you a media whore. Did you mean that I was a whore? And like, yeah, you're a whore. So back to what I'm talking about Cody Pines for. Cody Pines, I've been referencing him since the incident and what I believe a true hero is. I have trouble with, I got to word this very carefully so it doesn't come across callous or ignorant. I have trouble with people bestowing the title hero on individuals who do their jobs. Okay, that was very wisely worded. I have an issue. I'll say it again. I have an issue with people bestowing the title of hero on those who are doing their job. It doesn't mean you can't be a hero in the execution of your job, but by simply putting on a uniform or filling a role and doing your job, you're not a hero at large. Let's say that, a hero at large. Like I'm just spitballing, but a hero at large. Like, you can be someone's personal hero, that's fine. But just to point to somebody and say, oh, that person, has a uniform on, they're a hero. No. Because they're paid to do it. Okay, they're paid. They were not. They were not drafted. They were not subscribed. They were paid. They volunteered to do it. They've been trained, and that's their job. In my opinion, and again, I do have individuals who I think are uniformed, who are heroes, because they're a hero to me. They saved my ass, or they came to my rescue, or they did their job, but to me they are. But just to point at somebody, no. Unless, sorry, scratch that. But in my opinion, someone who steps outside their own safety, and someone who steps outside their own station in life and does it selflessly. I slaughtered that word, didn't I? Selflessly. Oh, got it. So they do that with a disregard for themselves. Okay, they're not getting paid for it. And they put themselves in harm's way. They're a hero. And that's a hero at large. And Cody Pines, in my opinion, is a hero at large. Okay, just a regular kid. I don't know him. He might be, I don't know his character. I don't know his politics. I don't know his religion. I don't know. All I know is what I saw in that video over and over again. What I saw both enraged me and made me proud at the same time. And so I decided here at Sterling Scott that we started a hero program, and it will be up on the site, and the parameters will take it'll take a little bit to get up there, but what's coming, and the wheels have already been, the journey has begun, is there's a hero program, and I will be opening it up to those anywhere in the country to submit those people in their communities who are a hero in my definition. It's my company, it's my brand, it's my definition. And Cody Pines absolutely, positively belongs at the pinnacle of that. And therefore, Cody Pines is the first recipient of the Sterling Scott Hero Award. I'm gonna probably call it something different than Hero Award. I'm gonna find something cool about it. But I think we're gonna hit our time clock here a little bit. I have not been watching a clock, so I have no clue. So he's a hero. And so I've already spoken with Cody, and I'm creating a very special Sterling Scott, a one-off Sterling Scott, and he gets a Sterling Scott hero tie. It's just my way of saying thank you. Thank you for being you, and thank you for those like you and those of your ilk that are out there, and we need more like you. So that's the announcement. Long explanation to a brief announcement, but there'll be more coming. I'll talk about it a bit more. I love this tie. I just can't figure out how I want to wear it, but I'm gonna pop it up. Yeah, I love this tie. Anyways, there'll be more announcements about it and more in depth, and it'll be on the website soon enough. And there you go. So what do we have? We have a hero program. I've announced that's coming up. The details to submit somebody will be on the website before June. And if you want to meet me personally, come out and listen to me, jam. Anyway, so hear me jam. That's tomorrow night on Sunset Boulevard. Yeah. At Bar 20 on Sunset. What else? So, and also today, that before midnight, I'll be releasing the Father's Day collection, and first come, first serve. And if you're an owner, you need to check your email and check your spam and junk box by tomorrow morning. You should have the First Look Club invite, which again, for those owners, they know that you automatically, and it doesn't cost anything. If you want to join the First Look Club, there is a fee. Okay, I think it's something like $1,500 a year. So if you want to join the First Look Club and have first dibs on any Sterling Scotts coming out, you can contact us, and I believe it's $1,500 a year as a membership fee, or you can buy a Sterling Scott, and then you're in the club for free. And for those of you who don't know what a First Look Club is, real quick, it is once you become an owner, regardless if you buy a $50 Sterling Scott or a $500, or as one of our owners Iowa, in Iowa, not Idaho, in Iowa, I don't know why. I sent him some Sterling Scotts and I put Idaho. I wrote it up and put Idaho. I don't know why Idaho's in my head. Iowa, he has a $1,000 Sterling Scott in his possession. Yeah, he's on my Christmas list. Anyway, so regardless of the price you paid, you're still an owner of a Sterling Scott, and we will treat you as family. And so you get enrolled into the First Look Club, which will allow you to have first look at any Sterling Scotts that are out, first dibs on those as long as they're in stock. Like if there's only 5 and they're out, and your fellow owners, jumped on it, well, should have been faster. Once they're gone, they're gone. And I'll keep looking because I've got the stack right here. Like literally, I'm looking at the Father's Day ties. They're right here. Like, hear that? I'm touching them, right? So, so you get first pick and first come first serve, and you get it at wholesale. And often, if I'm in a good mood, there might be an extra promo code on the password protected page of the First Look Club. So there's that. And shoot, I think that's all for today. I kind of enjoy these. So hopefully I entertained you. I informed you, caused you to be informed. Hey, if you're in the area, it's not a big deal. Okay, we're just gonna have fun. It's just 3 dudes. I have no clue how it's gonna go down tomorrow night. All I know is I just want, it was fun. Let's just have fun. Might not be in key. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. I might not be in key. These guys are pretty damn good. So, but they were gracious enough to call me up and say, "Hey, listen, we want you to play with us Friday night." So, music. You want us to play music? Okay. Those of you in LA know. I was like, I'm in West Hollywood, and they called me and say they want me to play. No, music. All right. What else? Yeah, I will be announcing, bring it down a little bit. I'll be announcing, yeah, I can do that. I bring it down a little bit. All right, I'll be announcing something really kick-ass and cool. Yeah, I had a meeting at, I kid you not, one of the officers in my brand is an insomniac like me, so we tend to start talking around my time, 2 in the morning, which is 4 in the morning his time, or 1, whatever, in the middle of the night. We'll start the conversation, and we did last night, and we're talking about promotions and some cool stuff we could do with Sterling Scott, and so I will be announcing Sean Stacks. Jesus, man, where you been? I love Sean Stacks. That guy, I need to talk to you, dude. I need to talk to Sean Stacks because Sean Stacks is a promoter. You are a hustler, dude. You can call me. Like, you got my number, still the same, or Facebook me when I'm done with this broadcast. I really actually would like to talk to you. So there's a promotion coming up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. And what is at stake is the world's 7th most expensive necktie in the world. And I've decided that will be up for grabs. Let me say this again. I will be announcing in detail, and it will be on the site, sterling-scott.com. I will be announcing it, but there will be something really fun, cool, challenging. But the person who gets there first, it's like a treasure hunt. Right? So I'm doing, I'm thinking about it, like, oh, wouldn't that be cool? So it's like a treasure hunt. And the winner, the person who crosses the finish line, will receive the double black label Sterling Scott that's on our site. Unless I sell it first. If I sell it first, then we'll create another one that's equally whatever. So if somebody wants the double black label, it's listed as the 7th most expensive tie in the world. I believe I know it is. It's $2,500. So you get a $2,500 tie right? One of one, hand stitched. The number is in Roman numerals, hand stitched, and maybe I'll bring it out because it's under a glass case. I'll bring it out and show it to you guys sometime. And when I announce this thing, I'll bring it out and like present it to you and show you what you can get. And it's pretty freaking cool. So yeah, that's coming. That's coming. So, and if for some reason we do sell it before the promotion starts or the treasure hunt, it's a treasure hunt. Before the treasure hunt starts, then obviously I'll create something of equal value, and it'll be the world's like 6th most expensive tie. Just going up. So, all right. So there we go. It's been fun. It's been real. Feel free to message me if you have any questions. And don't forget to look at Sterling Scott by tomorrow morning. The Father's Day line will be released, and first come, first serve. They're limited. And there's one Sterling Scott in there. It really is, like they all are limited, but it really is. It's only 3. I got enough fabric. I got all the fabric they had, and they only had enough for me to create 3. So, and I believe, I don't know what the name is. It was 4 a.m. when I named it, so I forgot already. I gotta go online. So it will be up, and there you go. Other than that, I will try to. I enjoy this. It's my talk show host side, so I will try to be back sooner than later, probably tomorrow. Yeah, and also I will try to. I will start scheduling these, so you guys will know where and when. So it'll be on a regular basis. Right now, I'm just testing the waters. Okay, so I will see some of you tomorrow night, right? If I don't know you, feel free to come up and introduce yourself. And again, I'll be at Bar 20 on Sunset, which is 8462 West Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood, California, 90069. And I'll be there from 9 o'clock till midnight. And I'll be staying afterward to sign autographs. What are you going to do, man? It should be fun. Stop by for a few minutes. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know how many songs. I have no clue. That's the whole thing. But these guys are good. They're fun. It's very laid back. Like if you had two uncles that were early retirement uncles, and just sitting around playing things, and then you got this madcap dude with the crazy hair and. Anyway, all right. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to just log off this silly thing, and I think tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, guys. God bless you. God bless your families, and God bless the United States of America. Thanks.